So in this example, we walk through the 4 most common modes of a DX makeup air unit with hot gas reheat.
Okay, so first let's define our set point. So in this case, we're going to be looking for a supply air temperature of 75 degree dry bulb. If we want that air to be lower than 55 degree dew point for this example, okay? So let's do this. Let's go ahead and draw a line horizontally that represents 55 degree dew point. So anything above the line is over the dew point set point. Anything below the line is below the dew point set point. And then we'll take another line for the supply air temperature we're trying to achieve here, and we'll draw that up to here. Okay, so we're looking for 75 degree supply air below 55 degree dew point. All right, so let's walk through some scenarios. Let's say you have a very hot day, 95 degrees, and you're at 78 degree wet bulb, which is about right here, which is a very hot and humid day. So anything above the 55 degree dew point line, which is right here, we will be in the dehumidification mode. So what's going to happen is you're going to take this air, run it through your DX cooling coil. Okay, so the process looks like this. So this air is going to go through your DX cooling coil. It's going to sensibly cool until it gets towards the saturation line. It's going to come down here. And let's say we're leaving the unit at 50 degree dew point, something along these lines. Now, if we want it to be 75 degrees, what we do is we use the hot gas reheat to reheat it back up to 75 degrees. And there we go, dehumidification mode with reheat. Now, what happens if you're in this region of the psych chart? You're below 55 degree dew point set point, but you're above the 75 degree dry bulb. Well, what happens over here, let's say you're about right here, which is about 100 degrees dry bulb and, I don't know, 40 dew point. So what happens here is you just sensibly cool the air down to your set point, which is right here. So this would be a cooling mode area. So anything in here, you would just be cooling the air down to the set point. Now, what about this region over here? Okay, so over here, let's say your air was 55 degrees and, I don't know, 35 degree dew point. You're below the dew point set point, right? So you're not dehumidifying. So all you're doing here is you're heating the air to your supplier set point. In this case, 75 degrees. Now, that's 3 modes. Dehumidification up here, heating here, cooling here. There's another mode, which we call vent mode, and it's represented by these lines here. And I'm just going to say from 80 degrees, we'll go ahead and put this down here. We'll copy this, and then we'll do 70 degrees here. Okay, so anything in this region here is what we call vent mode. So you're below the dew point set point, and you're very close to the supply air set point. So what we do is we do no mechanical cooling and no heating, and we just supply this air as it is naturally as outdoor air.